Oh, and please pardon the industrial ass fan I have in the background. That big yellow thing that kind of clashes with the decor. But it does an amazing job of blowing the most appropriate amount of cool air through when I choose to leave the windows open. Anywho, I was going to tell you about Cricket is the sweetest in the world. He is still going to fight the good fight with me. He shows up. He surprises me all the time. All the time. I want it daily, really, but I want to say, to be realistically, these things like this, like weekly, easily, you know. I mean, I still get random flowers, and I appreciate it. So, anywho, he shows up. He comes in from a long day's work with these. Yes. He is still trying to fill me in my struggle to contend with the lash lies that we are fed on the daily. So he comes in with these. I told you before about the one he got me that was in this pretty gold. I actually wore this today because I was still trying out all of my other mascaras, and I think it's a waste of money just because they cost so much, and I already know they're lying. We already know they are lying to us. But we get these names like voluminous, million lashes, illegal lengths, and stilettos, and lash accelerator, and keep going. Once he just got me that he's going to have to take back. I might keep one because I let him help me review a couple of them. So again, these are the three he got me. And because I already had this, he didn't realize I already had that. I'm going to have him return this one. I use higher end things, but if I'm going to share this with people, like I save to be able to purchase some of the items that I want to. But if it's something I want to use on the day-to-day, like I have shadows that are less pigmented that I use on a day-to-day basis, but if I'm going out or if there's an event, I will use higher end shadows and everything. So these two I tried with him, and these are the lashes that I tried them on respectively. And this I've never had. I've never had this brand at all, rather. And this is a Rimmel Lash Accelerator, you know, from London. And it says lashes appear up to 117% longer in 30 days and 80% longer instantly. I'm not gonna point the finger at this brand because it's the truth for all of them. So, and then they even give you the demonstration, like this is your bare lash, yeah, and this is them at 80% longer, yeah, and this is them at 117% longer. We promise. Whatever. So what happened with these? Let me speak on first because it was a fairly different experience. I applied this and it looked on the actual lash looked thicker, not necessarily longer, but looked thicker, and it felt thicker. And when I ran my finger along the lash, there were remnants. So I imagine that they just made it tackier, and it doesn't dry as well. So this will likely come off on everything. So if you are a sad chick, and if you're always bawling about something, I don't know, if your man's beating you every day, and or your children are screwing up, and it's just too much toll, your family is ruining your life, and it's too much, it's taking a toll on you, separately from the emotional distraction, physically, your mascara is going to be all over your face. So my guess is you aren't the most beautiful crier in the world, since we get ugly when we cry sometimes, some of us. And this would not be for you. Not that a happy girl should go around getting this, because you could be happy and you could be laughing yourself to tears. If you have a sister like my sister, you will laugh very often until it draws tears, and again, you will look like a raccoon if you wear it. Not that it claims to be waterproof though, so it didn't claim to be waterproof. So this one also doesn't claim to be waterproof. However, it says instant lash extensions, no flakes. This is illegal lengths, Maybelline, and it did what any decent mascara does. It lengthened the lashes about as much as this one did to me. This just looked thicker and tackier because it was, and so it added a length, but no more length than anything else. It did not flake or come off easily after drying. So, but the instructions also say to leave it. The Creaky read the instructions. Do you hear me? When I was testing them, one eye, each eye, he's like, "Did you hurry and apply the second coat before it dries?" And I was like, that's not his thing, but that shows how much of an interest he has in me, for real. So, and it's so interesting because I've only known instructions to read. Like, I haven't read mascara instructions in forever, but I've only known instructions to read to let the coat dry before applying a new coat. I've never even heard that before. Is to apply all your coats that you're going to apply before it dries. So yeah, I learned that from him. And but yeah, it didn't do anything more or less than any other mascara would do. I may actually keep it because it's the same quality as any other of my everyday mascara that I half-ass like. So shout out Creaky. This goes back because I already have it. And it does about the same thing that anything else does, which is just a general darker coat on your lashes. It, you know, elongates them a little bit. But I think mascaras generally, more so than elongate your lashes, they add another coat of darkness, which makes them more visible, which obviously make them appear to be slightly longer and slightly. And this one definitely goes back because it's tacky and wet and does not dry well. So I'm gonna stick to my half lashes on the outer half of my eyes.